I'm Chris Haden. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Louisville, Kentucky, and this video is about premises liability claims. A premises liability injury is any injury that occurs on another person or business's property. Property owners have a duty to people who are invited social guests or business invitees to keep the property reasonably safe. Common examples of a premises liability injury include slip and falls on ice, water, or in a grocery store, a trip and fall on somebody else's property, or an injury that occurs based on a person's general failure to maintain their property in a safe condition. Another example of a premises liability injury is when a person is injured on property with a lack of adequate security. If a landowner has a knowledge of a history of violence on his or her property, such as rape or assault, that landowner has an obligation to provide adequate security for guests on the property. If you believe you've been injured because the landowner failed to provide adequate security, contact the Haden Law Office. We can help. A common defense property owners use in premises liability claims is the open and obvious defense. What that means essentially is that the hazardous condition was as open and as obvious to the injured person as it was to the landowner. A common example for an open and obvious defense is a slip and fall on ice. For example, the landowner will claim that the ice was readily apparent to the person who was injured and should have been recognized by them and they should have avoided the hazard. In those circumstances, it's important to take photographs of the accident scene. By taking a photograph of the accident scene, you preserve the scene as it existed on the day you were injured. That information is invaluable when you move your claim forward with an insurance company or in a lawsuit. Most people aren't aware that most businesses' insurance policies include what's called MedPay benefits. MedPay allows an injured person up to $5,000 of insurance coverage even if that person is responsible for his or her own injuries. Contact the Haden Law Office to discuss this. We can help. It's important to hire a qualified attorney to represent you in a premises liability case in Kentucky. At the Haden Law Office, we can help you preserve evidence such as surveillance videos or the hazardous material that caused your injury. We can also help you get access to MedPay benefits and help you have coverage available to you for medical expenses. If you or a loved one has been injured in a premises liability case in Kentucky, contact the Haden Law Office at 502-855-4168 or visit us on the web at hadeninjurylaw.com.